all cast of the Jeffersons who passed away. This show didn't just make people laugh, it made television history. The first black millionaire family on a sitcom. The first interracial married couple as series regulars. 11 seasons, over 250 episodes. And today, 8 of its stars are gone, some of them decades apart. One of them right in the middle of filming the show itself. And the man who played the loudest, most fearless character on 1970s television? In real life, he was almost the exact opposite, and what actually happened to him surprised even people who thought they knew him. That story is coming up at number 1. Let's go through the cast of The Jeffersons, one door at a time. 8. Zara Cully, Mother Jefferson. Zara Cully played Mother Jefferson, George's sharp-tongued mother, from the very first episode. In February 1978, while the show was still filming new episodes, she died of lung cancer at 86. She had never smoked a day in her life. The show didn't even address her absence until 7 months later, when her death was finally written into an episode that fall. Cully's death happened mid-show. Our next name spent all 11 seasons standing at the same door, and barely anyone remembers his real name. 7. Ned Werimer, Ralph the Doorman. Ned Werimer played Ralph, the doorman of the Jeffersons' Manhattan apartment building, in every single one of the show's 253 episodes, a rare feat for what was technically a background role. He died in January 2013 at 89, following complications from a fall at his home months earlier. A Navy pilot in World War II before he ever became an actor, Werimer outlived almost the entire main cast. Werimer held the door for 11 straight seasons. Our next name was the neighbor everyone actually invited inside. 6. Paul Benedict, Harry Bentley. Paul Benedict played Harry Bentley, the eccentric British neighbor who somehow became one of the show's most beloved characters despite starting as a minor role. He died in December 2008 at 70 after a brain hemorrhage. He'd spent his later years living quietly on Martha's Vineyard, largely out of the spotlight. Bentley's death came quietly, away from Hollywood. Our next 2 names were the reason this show made history in the first place. 5. Franklin Cover, Tom Willis. Franklin Cover played Tom Willis, one half of television's first interracial married couple as series regulars, a storyline that drew both praise and hate mail throughout the show's run. He died in February 2006 at 77 from pneumonia after months of recovering from a heart condition at an actor's retirement home in New Jersey. Cover played history alongside one specific co-star. Her real-life story turned out to be just as remarkable as the character she played. 4. Roxy Roker, Helen Willis. Roxy Roker played Helen Willis, the other half of that groundbreaking TV marriage. She died in December 1995 at 66 from breast cancer. Here's what a lot of fans still don't know. Roker was the mother of musician Lenny Kravitz, meaning one of the most quietly influential faces of 1970s. Television raised one of the biggest rock stars of the 1990s. Roker's legacy stretched all the way into music history. Our next name left the Jeffersons behind to go help create an entirely different sitcom classic. 3. Mike Evans, Lionel Jefferson, original. Mike Evans originated the role of Lionel Jefferson, George and Louise's son, on All in the Family before carrying it over to the Jeffersons' first season, what most fans never realized. Around that same time, Evans also co-created another massive sitcom hit, Good Times. He died in December 2006 at 57 from throat cancer at his mother's home in California. Evans helped build 2 classic sitcoms. Our next name won an Emmy for playing the woman married to the loudest man on television. 2. Isabelle Sanford, Louise Wheezy Jefferson. Isabelle Sanford played Louise Wheezy Jefferson for the entire run of the show, becoming the first black woman ever to win the Emmy for lead actress in a comedy series. After a slow health decline following neck surgery in 2003, she died in July 2004 at 86. Sanford spent 11 seasons married, on screen, to the most talked about character on the show. And that man's real story might be the most surprising one here. 1. Sherman Hemsley, George Jefferson. George Jefferson was loud, bigoted, hot-tempered, and fearless. One of the most talked about sitcom characters of the 1970s. Sherman Hemsley, the man who played him, was almost nothing like that in real life. Friends and co-stars described him as shy, quiet, and intensely private, someone who avoided the spotlight so completely that he never married and kept almost his entire personal life out of the press. Even Jackie Harry, his longtime friend, once said he was a very private person, unlike George Jefferson. He died in July 2012 at 74 in El Paso from complications of lung cancer. And true to how he lived, his death briefly turned into its own strange story. A legal dispute broke out afterward, simply over who had the right to visit his grave. The man who played television's loudest character spent his real life trying to avoid being seen at all. 8 actors, 11 seasons, one of the most important sitcoms in television history. If one of these stories surprised you, tell us which one in the comments. And if you want us to walk through the cast of another classic show next, subscribe because there's always more behind the credits than you'd expect.